What the? What the? What the? Guys, I swear it's the light. I'm not balding, right? Like it's the lighting, cause look, look. See, bro, I'm not even bald. I'm not even balding. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, the hairline's a little bit cooked, but I could at least lose some weight, you know, look physically better. I think everyone can kind of try to do that, so I'm gonna try to lose 5 pounds in 30 days. I have a beach trip coming up, so I wanna like barely see my abs, and I think that's reasonable. It's like a 600-ish caloric deficit a day on average. My maintenance is 2200, so it's gonna be a 1600 calorie a day kind of thing. So some quick maths in case you're interested. 2200 calories is my maintenance. I just searched up calorie maintenance calculator. I found the Mayo Clinic one. They're pretty much all the same. I'm trying to lose 5 pounds at 3,500 calories per pound, so it's 17,500 pure calories. If you want to put that into kg, then 2.27 kg times 7,700 calories per kg over 30 days is going to be about 600 calories. So 2,200 minus 600 is 1,600 calories per day over the next 4 weeks. I should go from 147.5 to 142.5. We'll see, but see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Okay, for some reason, the weight actually, the number disappears. Okay, so this is where we're starting at 147.5. So like, you know, kind of see abs, not really, but if I suck it in and I just walk like this at the beach all the time, maybe it could work, but I think like 5 pounds wouldn't be too bad, right? Monday, let's just get this morning started. So I'm gonna try out these new protein oats I got from Costco. I'm not sponsored or anything. 320 calories for 30 grams of protein plus 8 fluid ounces of milk. It's 130 calories and 8 grams of protein. So we're looking at 450 calories, 38 grams of protein. It's not perfect, but you know, I got to do cardio a little bit later. So I'm gonna try it and let's see how it tastes. All right, so here it is. Let's give it a try. Yeah, you can tell there's protein in there, for sure. I would probably make my own. I might do my own next week, and like just give a recipe for that. But yeah, 450 calories on a cut. I don't know if it's worth it, but 38 grams of protein is pretty quick, so I mean it's all right. Okay, I honestly have no idea how to wash this. I think there's like a pretty good amount of wastage here. I guess I'll just drink this, right? Because I'm gonna wash this and realize that I only have 1,200 calories left for the day, which makes me really sad. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Alright, so I'm not really a fitness guru, but I do have a general plan that I want to follow for the upcoming weeks. So Monday and Tuesday, I go into the office. I do like a 30 to 45 minute incline walk, and I pass out when I get home from work. So the strength training's towards the end of the night. Monday is back. Tuesday, chest and tris, and then I swim after. Wednesday is going to be legs and shoulders. Thursday, legs and shoulders, and you know, whatever is not really sore. And then I do swim after. Sometimes it's a full swim day, so we'll see, whatever it feels. Friday is just kind of a filler day, so you know, abs, buys, traps, any kind of muscle I feel like I didn't really hit is gonna be, you know, Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday is just kind of a chiller dog day, so I'll make some new recipes, cook something nice up, and then put up like the calories and the protein. It should be pretty fun. So yeah, I'll catch you guys at the gym. So I ended up walking about 30 minutes, which according to the machine burned 329 calories. I guess walking on an incline is kind of OP. But the machine's like, you know, 10 to 30% inaccurate is what I read online. So I'm going to take about like 60 calories off, which brings me to 270 actual calories burned. And that leaves me with 1420 calories left for the day. Just got back from work and I'm pretty pooped, so I'm going to go pass out. I'll see you guys later. Well, I feel like I got hit by a truck, but probably like a quick little coffee and a protein shake, and then we'll go hit the back day.
I got like kind of a scuffed pre-workout meal, so A2 whole milk, like half a cup of this with a shot of coffee, 75 calories, 4 grams of protein. Then I have this Nuri protein shake, 150 calories for 30 grams of protein. Vanilla. It's actually pretty good. I like it. It's like melted ice cream. And then I had a quarter of these like Costco marshmallow cookies. Very dangerous, but yeah. I think I'm gonna crash.
Starting off with some bodyweight pull-ups, 10 reps. I go all the way up to my nipple. It's a little bit more range of motion. It makes me feel like, I don't know, a little better, more fluid, and more range of motion is always good, right? So this is just the warm-up, and we'll get into the heavier set in a little bit. All right, slapping on a 45-pound here, so 20.4 kgs. I do about 7 reps here. It's still kind of warming up. I get a little heavier than this, and I didn't really want to capture anyone in the film, so that's why there's that black box, and it was in the previous clip too. But range of motion's not great, but we're going heavier, so. All right, slapping on another 25 here for a total of 70 pounds or 31.75 kgs. I do 5 here. I think this was on Friday when I found an opening to record, but I obviously couldn't record tonight. I'll put up the workout that I actually did somewhere on the screen just so we're on track. Again, sorry for the text. I just, it's hard to record, but I did 10 reps body weight, 7 reps with 45 pounds, 3 sets of 5 reps with 70 pounds, which was the main set. Then I was feeling like really good because I feel like that cookie was like doing something, that Costco cookie. So I did one set, I added on 10 pounds. I did 5 reps with that, felt good. I did another 10 pounds on top of that, and I did 5 reps. I don't know what's going on today, but I was feeling pretty good. Next up, chest supported row. I warmed up with a plate, then I did 2 plates for I think 5 reps just to warm up. Then I added a 25, so 2 plates and a 25, and we just did 5 reps of that. 3 sets. I was like pretty dead from the pull-ups, but still got to work that scapula or whatever. I think the form's like kind of cooked, but let me know. Oh, also this is all you're getting for the angle. I couldn't find a better one. Okay, I don't even know if I should include this, but lastly, I did an iso lateral lat pull down. This ankle is pretty cooked. I'm in the corner there, and then the second one's even worse. But just kind of burning out the upper back for the night. All right, just finished out the workout. I don't know if I got any good footage. I just kind of randomly positioned it because I don't really want to record people, but hopefully we got something. And I'll see you guys for dinner. Okay, for dinner I had spaghetti. Unfortunately, I devoured that in like 3 seconds, so I didn't really have time to record it, but here's what I put in it. So 2 servings of pasta, so 400 calories, 14 grams of protein, 8 ounces of white mushrooms, 50 calories for 7 grams of protein, about a quarter pound of ground beef, 80-20, so 288 calories for 19 grams of protein, an onion, which is actually a gram of protein for 30 calories, garlic, and like a pinch of a little bit of parm, so maybe like 1/4 of this, so not too much. And then get that out of the way, and then we did about half a container of this, so it's about 175 calories for 5 grams of protein. And I forgot that I added 10 Costco meatballs, so that's 460 calories for 24 grams of protein. I know this looks like it's gonna take me over, but it's actually 2 portions. I'll have the other one tomorrow, so let's just subtract the ground beef and the tomato sauce to be a little bit more accurate. All right, well, it's actually over, so let's take off the onions and the mushroom as well, just half of those. Okay, I'll see you guys early tomorrow. I didn't eat anything, but we're still going to the gym. Yeah, I feel like I got hit by a truck. Tuesday, chest and tries, hypothetically, and then I'm supposed to swim after, but I've got a quarter of a cookie in me and a Nuri. That's all I've had today. So feeling pretty low energy, pretty garbage, but the cut's the cut. So you'll have times when you feel tired and you either stay home or you just get through it. So we'll see how it is. I'll try to get some filming in, but chest is like kind of hard, but we'll see. Starting off with incline bench, which is apparently better than flat bench. 3 sets of 5 with 165 pounds.
or 75 kilograms, if that's how you measure. The form is, it looks kind of weird. I feel like I should probably be tucking my elbows in a little bit more, but maybe it's just the angle. Next up, overhead tricep extension. 3 sets of 8 to 10. Probably should be using the ropes here. I think Jeff Nippert, he did like a video on top triceps and he uses bars. So I tried it. It feels good. It could just be the angle because I'm literally filming the ceiling, but this was the best that I could do without capturing anyone. But yeah, let me know if it's like bad because I don't want to hurt myself. Then I went over to do some flies, but the bench was taken. So I usually do it with dumbbells. I moved over to this machine. I've used this like a couple times, but I did 3 sets of 5 because by this point my chest was fried, and again, I'm sorry for the angle. Also, watching this over, the form is like absolutely terrible. I don't think my back should be leaving. It should be resting against the bench. Lastly, I've been cursed with tiny biceps. Like these things are literally twigs. So I've just been trying to find some cool workouts to do, things that felt good. And I found these things are called Bayesian cable curls, I believe. And the form is like pretty bad. The idea is just to not move your elbow. And it's the angle, I swear, like these actually do burn. And obviously switching because we don't just want one huge gooner arm. 3 sets of 8 to 10. And the form, it actually looks terrible. I know I said I'm not supposed to move the elbow, but yeah, this is, I'm working on it, okay? With poor form, I think it's just too heavy, so I'm gonna just drop it. And yeah, we ain't trying to hurt ourselves in the gym. All right, so I ended up doing everything that I wanted to. So I guess it's more of like a mental thing where you're like, oh, I don't want to go. I'm not going to be able to do anything. But I did everything, although like a little bit lower energy. But I guess like once you get there, the wind was blasting here. I was basically saying the hardest part is actually getting to the gym, and then you can easily do it once you're there. Now we're here. I'm like pretty dead. So let's get some food.
I've got quite a few calories left for the day, so let's do spaghetti from yesterday and then maybe half a carton of egg whites here, if you want to see the macros. Then I got this protein ramen. It's 230 calories for 32 grams. And then there's a random sausage here, so I'm probably just gonna... Okay, for the ramen, all you gotta do is pour some boiling water with like the sauce packets, so we'll cover that up. Spaghetti's heating up, and then I'll get onto the egg whites. For the egg whites, I put a little bit of olive oil just to heat it up. You're not supposed to heat non-stick without anything in it. I think it like cooks like volatile chemicals or whatever. But I'm gonna wipe this out first, and then I'm gonna throw the egg whites in. We're gonna wipe off the olive oil here real quick. Just do this. I like to get all around. It's a lot easier with 2 hands, but like I don't got no cameraman, so do this. And then, oh god, oh god, oh god. Yeah, no salt, nothing. I just heat this up like a psychopath. It's been like 2 minutes, and I just kind of swirl it around here. It's like bubbling. Oh, I think overcooked it, but yeah, just swirl it around and then like scoop it like this. Dude, this is actually so hard to do with one hand. Okay, like that. Okay, it's a little scuffed, but I have nowhere to put this. Here. And then I let the rest of the egg whites kind of leak down like that. And then like this. Fold it over like an omelet, kind of. And then, I mean, it's raw. Well, it's not raw. It's like pasteurized. So I'm just gonna push it down and cook it like that. All right, it's like kind of brown now. So moment of truth. I'm gonna try to flip this. Hopefully that captured it. And then yeah, it's basically done. Turn the heat off.
Okay, so here's the meal. We got the protein ramen. And then we got egg whites, and then the sausage that I took a bite out of, and then yesterday's spaghetti. And I'll put like the total calories and protein somewhere on the screen. I'm gonna try this ramen real quick. Never had it before, so. Get a little bit of the soup. Oh, that's spicy. Yeah, it's pretty good actually. For the macros, it's not too bad. The noodle's like a little bit tougher, a little chewier, but I mean,
You compare to regular ramen, this is actually insanely good. All right, blasted the protein ramen, incredibly good for what it is. Actually, I'm like pretty surprised. I would probably get more of it, but it's a little spicy if you can't handle spice. I can't really see right now, but let's get into the spaghetti. All right, give me a second. So let's just recap basically the calories for the day, and then I also like tracking protein. I didn't really mention it, but I'm just tracking calories and protein for this cut. So in the morning I did like 20 minutes of incline walk. I was not really feeling it too much. So, you know, they'll have off days, and that's okay, you know, just next week will be better hopefully. And then I, you know, went to work, passed out when I got home, and then did my strength training. And that's probably gonna burn like 100-ish calories maybe, and then I swam after, and I'll look it up, but I don't know how much I burned for that. And then we're eating this pretty heavy meal and maybe like some dessert after, like Greek yogurt. But yeah.
So one thing I didn't mention is how bad the indoor pools kind of mess up my skin. So a lot of chlorine in there. I think it's like, I don't know, it's like it's got to be 2 to 3 times more than an outdoor pool. So I just soak in the tub for like maybe 30 minutes. Just, I don't know if it actually does anything, but yeah, I'm looking extra bold today. For the dessert slash meal before I sleep, I'm gonna do 170 grams of Greek yogurt with 140 grams of frozen blueberries right in here. So that's with the spoon, okay? I swear. If you imagine hard enough, it's like you're eating ice cream, right? Anyways, see you guys tomorrow. 146.5. That's not too bad. Good morning. Well, I guess it's nighttime. So Wednesdays I work from home, and I kind of passed out after I finished work. So yeah, we're here. Gonna get a nuri, some coffee, and dude, I don't even feel like eating a cookie right now. But yeah, there's no shot I'm doing legs today. I'm exhausted.
You thought I wasn't gonna do legs? Well, actually, I didn't really. This is all I did today. So, well, you know, I got the twig arms and I've got chicken legs. I have really bad knees, so I can't really do too much weight. This is not even 135, so look, we're building strength, okay? It's better than never doing it for the rest of my life. But yeah, I think I did like 4 sets, 10 reps, then 5 reps, then 7 reps, then 10 reps. You already know I'm going ATG for these squats because you can't even see my head, bro. I don't know, dude. Today is just cooked. You'll see, you'll see. Oh, and since this is all I did today, I'm obviously gonna do the rest of the legs tomorrow and then probably shoulders. Dude, it's pretty bad, okay? It's pretty bad.
For dinner, I'm thinking about a tofu green bean ground beef scramble with kind of a pretty flavorful sauce. So here's everything that we're gonna put in for that sauce. And not the cookies, okay? Tablespoon of cornstarch. 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Tablespoon of Shaoxing wine. Tablespoon of sugar. 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. Teaspoon of chicken bouillon powder. Teaspoon of dark soy sauce. 1/3 cup of water. Okay, I tried mixing it with this spoon, but like, it ain't really working. So I'm gonna switch over to a fork and just like mini whisk it, kind of.
All right, that's it for the sauce. Just gonna let it sit for a little bit so the flavors can develop and mingle, and we'll see you at dinner.
So my faucet exploded. I think I gotta repair it today, unfortunately. Just watch a video. It's pretty easy. So you just basically disconnect the water supply, or like you turn it off, and then which is just this little lever, at least for mine. And then you take off these little pipe things, and you just put in the new faucet. It's just like that. Pretty easy.
Yeah, so I didn't know this, but I don't have a basin wrench, and I cannot even get a grip on this thing, so...
Today I learned I'm not very handy, but also that I need a basin wrench, so I'm gonna probably grab one tomorrow and get this sink fixed. Yeah, I lost to a faucet, but yeah, it's almost like 12 midnight, and this, I thought about not eating, but this is what we got. We got some tofu, green beans, and ground beef, and then I found like a piece of spare rib that I didn't finish the other day, so that's going in there too. And also nuri, because this is probably not enough protein, and it's already like pretty light. We're gonna be at a massive deficit today, but yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thursday starting weight 146.8. Time to clock in.
So weight can vary. It doesn't necessarily always have to go down every day. It could be like bloating, water weight. So just trust in the process, believe in your deficit, and just keep going. All done with work, and I'm gonna go to Home Depot to get a wrench for the faucet. Okay, so I feel like this will do what I want. It's a 1.5 inch basin wrench, and you can adjust it like that. I'm so dumb, dude. I just wanted to test like the ability to grip onto something, so I like put my finger in here, and then I mean I didn't really hurt it, but unnecessary, you know, unnecessary. Please God work, dude. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna scream. Okay, hard part done. So now we just loosen this to unconnect the tube. All right, there's one over here too. Okay. Okay, so I loosened that little bracket thing, and then it was like not moving, so I just kind of brutally forced this, but we got it loose now. Well, I accidentally broke like this faucet thing. I just like straight up snapped it. But oh my God, it's out. Thank God. All right, just gonna use some distilled white vinegar to get this a little bit cleaned up.
Slapped in the new faucet. I didn't really record too much. I was kind of focused, so this is all we're getting, and just tightening the little nut at the top there.
All right, so the hot goes over here. Hot water, a little better of an angle over here. I don't think you want it too tight, but just enough so it doesn't like leak. And I got cold over here. Tighten this as well. I look inept, but this is really hard with one hand. I gotta get like a tripod or something. Anyways, don't want it too tight, right? Okay, and there's one more thing. You put like a weight through here. Let's see if I can. Like that. And you connect it with this. Moment of truth. Oh, thank the Lord! Just spent 2 hours replacing the faucet, and it was a pain, but we're done. Dude, I don't even have energy for the gym, but I'm gonna probably take like a quick nap and then get a little bit of fuel in, and probably legs today. Oh God. Good morning, or good evening, I guess. Apparently Costco has chicken tenders, so I'm gonna go grab some of those. Alright, here's today's dinner. This is probably gonna take me over, but Costco turkey, and then the tenders with the sauce. I was just too hungry, man. I also had like a faucet nightmare, so yeah, today's not great. So yeah, guys, don't look up the calories of this. It's a little scary, but I only had 2 tenders and about a quart of the sauce, and then I had the turkey. The hidden pre-gym workout tech.
Legs were fried from yesterday, so just a shoulder and swim day, starting off with shrugs, 135 pounds for 10 reps. Then I worked my way up to 2 plates for 10 reps. First couple of reps were kind of bad, but I ended up trying to squeeze at the top. I think that's way better. So maybe 1 or 2 seconds at the top just to get that trap stretch. Form is pretty bad. Might need to go lighter. Also, brace yourself for some insane censorship. Overhead press is next. 3 sets of 5. I did 115, or it's like 52.2 kilograms, really focusing on the range of motion. So going down to the upper chest, then pushing up without any leg drive. I think that's probably the best results. Towards the end, you could probably use your legs just to get the last couple of reps. Finishing with a barbell upright row, 3 sets of 5. Apparently your elbows are not supposed to go higher than your shoulders, so just be careful of that. Shoulder impingement. Looking back, I'd probably do a lateral raise instead of this upright row because I already worked the traps.
Workout done. I did another 30 minutes of continuous freestyle swim, so about like 350 calories burned. We're not at a surplus today, so still the deficit, but I'm like pretty poop. Hairline check.
Yep, still bald.
Yo, I woke up with an insane hunger. I don't think I ate much yesterday. And I don't think those chicken tenders, even though they're like super high calorie, I don't think they're very filling. So it's really important what you eat, I guess. So I'm probably gonna whip up a low calorie snack that can just get me through the day a little bit before work, and then I'll see you guys there. 146.5. Alright, so we got 460 grams of watermelon, serving of Greek yogurt, and then a serving of the frozen blueberries. And I woke up insanely dehydrated and thirsty, so basically a kettle of water and then a nuri. And this is kind of a scuffed desperate tip, but if you don't have like the macros or the calories left, if you're starving, just drink like a disgusting amount of water. Like right now I feel like pretty full, but it helps with the hunger. I could clear this whole thing, like I just woke up and I'm ravenously hungry, but each one of these cookies is 210 calories. So I opted for some Greek yogurt and berries. This is 135 calories, and I could literally put a whole tablespoon of honey, which would make this insanely sweet. I put like maybe half a tablespoon, and it'd still be less than one of these cookies, and this is way more filling. Finishing work on Friday is nothing quite like it, as long as you're not working weekends. I usually go out to eat with my boys on Friday, so I'm expecting like a 1,200 calorie meal, which means I gotta work out because we had like around 500 earlier today. So gonna get ready for the gym, and I'll see you guys there. About to head to the gym, but apparently the air quality is like purple from some Canadian wildfires, so we're just gonna mask up real quick. I just did a quick workout, did leg extension, 4 sets of 10, and then 4 sets of 10 of hamstring curls, and then I did some calf raises.
For dinner, I got the chicken tenders with a loaded baked potato. It was a little bit higher in calorie than I predicted, but here's the breakdown. I'm gonna eyeball the calories here. I usually do that for restaurant meals. So 600 calories for the tenders. I got like 5, so it's reasonable, right? Breaded, deep fried. The side salad, it's like a coleslaw, so it's 130 calories. I'm thinking mayonnaise with some oil and sugar. The potato is pretty hefty, so just a baked potato, bacon, cheese, sour cream, and they probably put butter on that thing, so 500. And then the sauce is like a Dijon mayonnaise. It was pretty sweet, so I'm thinking they also put a lot of sugar and maybe a little bit of oil. Surprisingly high in calories, so like if you cut out the sauce, you could probably save a good amount if you eat out. So the total is 1,380 calories for 59 grams of protein.
Don't know about you guys, but after I have restaurant food, I'm thirsty, like insanely dehydrated about like 2 hours after. So I'm gonna rehydrate with some watermelon, about 270 grams, and then a bunch of water. And I'm probably over calories, but I think yesterday we were probably like negative 200. So I think about even across 2 days, right? Calories don't reset within the day, so we're just gonna average it out within 2 days. Yeah, kind of got carried away and played like 6 hours of Warhammer with the boys, but here we are. I need to make some miso garlic chicken for tomorrow, so here's the marinade. We need some mirin, miso, soy sauce, sugar, oil, garlic, and then some black pepper to taste. And this will be a portion for about 2 pounds of boneless skin-on chicken thighs. 4 tablespoons of miso. Tablespoon of soy sauce. I forgot to add this, but also we're using oyster sauce as well. So a tablespoon of oyster sauce. 6 tablespoons of mirin. 2 tablespoons of olive oil. 2 teaspoons of sugar. 6 cloves of garlic. I minced it, but you can use a press. I didn't really feel like washing one. I think the press also breaks the cell walls down so you get a little bit more flavor. And feel free to add more garlic, honestly. I don't think 6 is gonna be enough. And then tons of pepper. Well, it really depends. If you like pepper, add a lot. If you don't, only put a little bit. Maybe like 30 squeezes. I don't know, man. Okay, mix it up. Normally I would try to use a whisk, but it's late and washing a whisk is really painful. So, dude, why do I keep trying to use the measuring spoon to mix? It never works. And it always fails. Whatever, dude. To save money, I got bone-in chicken thighs with the skin. You can obviously get boneless, skinless. I feel like you save a good amount of money by just deboning it yourself. And then you can also use the bone and like, if you don't eat the skin, you can put the bone in the skin and maybe some of the fat, and you can just, boil it with some water and make a, pretty light stock just to flavor things. There's like hundreds of videos on how to do this, but I'll just do it here. So first I'm gonna find the bone here, scrape it a little bit, just to reveal it. I'm gonna cut off this small piece here too. And then sometimes there's like some connective tissue. I just like cut that off. You're basically just trying to isolate the bone. There's some meat here too. Chop that out. Okay, so I'm just gonna scrape down till I can grab the bone here. And then you just, you can just yank it out really. And when you pull it out, just scrape the bottom here. And then it just kind of pulls out like that. Sometimes it's a little bit harder, but yeah, basically reveal the bone, scrape it, and then pull it out. There you go. I'm gonna trim a little bit of skin here though, because I want it to be even. Okay, I'm gonna try to do one real quick here. Boom. Time. Is that good? Alright, here's a labor of our effort. So I did 5 of these. I think it's going to be about 2 pounds, maybe a bit less. And they're going into the marinade. Yeah, I'm actually a little concerned. I cut myself doing the faucet yesterday. And I was cutting raw chicken. So if there's no video out at all, or if I'm not here tomorrow, then you know what happened, okay? But yeah, we're just going to put all the chicken in here and then let it marinate overnight. You could probably get away with like at least 30 minutes. I'd say like 3 to 4 hours is like pretty decent. And then if you marinate any longer, it won't be that much better, but I like super long marinades, and it also helps like tenderize the chicken a little bit. Why didn't I use a plastic glove, bro? What am I doing? All right, there it is. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Good morning. Sleep schedule's fried now, but whatever. Let's get this chicken done.
Ooh, flat 146. Nice. All right, a little tiny snack before cooking. 1/8 of the cookie, and then about half a cup of whole milk A2 with coffee. Okay, the cookie lasted like a millisecond, but the coffee's kind of there for an appetite suppressant, and it just, it just makes you less hungry. And then also making about 2 pounds of asparagus here, just for veggies. About a tablespoon of olive oil here. Then I did like maybe 10 cracks of salt, and then about a teaspoon of black pepper.
The vent was popping off, but 500 Fahrenheit or 260 Celsius for about 8 to 10 minutes. Yeah, I didn't realize how loud the fan was here, so I'm just gonna narrate regularly over these. preheating a non-stick pan over medium heat. We don't want to go high because that's going to burn the marinade, so medium to medium low. I realized I put a little too much oil, so just wiping that out. And so it's about like a teaspoon of oil, maybe. The marinade has a lot, so we don't need to put that much in there.
I don't have a shirt on, so this is probably gonna hurt if it splashes on me. But if you want it crispy, you kind of don't want to overcrowd the pan, but I'm gonna be greedy and try to fit everything in here. So I accidentally put too much marinade in and it started like boiling it, so I just dumped it back in here, and I'll probably cook this off and make like a little bit of a sauce or something. But yeah, if you have too much water in the pan, you're not gonna get browning. Another thing that might help with browning is if you just push it down. Normally I would use like a food weight, but I don't have them. I'm gonna get some from Amazon probably, but you can just put like one of those things where you just kind of like put it on top of here and it pushes it down just so you get a more even cooking and then a little bit more surface, which cooks the skin. Asparagus is almost done. Maybe give it like, I don't know, maybe like another 2 minutes or so. Asparagus done. It's not really as crispy as I'd like it, but that's because I overcrowded the pan, and also I would probably dry it out a little bit more before baking it because it probably steamed. Okay, time to flip. Hopefully it's not overcooked. Alright, not great. Better. This is okay. The coloring's okay. Don't overcrowd your pan, but it looks okay. I mean, it's not great.
I ate 2 of them.
Wasn't gonna go to the gym today, but I feel like I missed a lot this week. Just a little too tired, so Saturday we'll just fill in and do the recipe, and then maybe I'll do gym days. But I got some pretty decent shots, so hopefully today's a little bit better.
Started off with some lateral raises. I don't really warm up for these, but I guess you could probably go like maybe 5 or 10 pounds lighter and do like 10 reps and work your way up if you have shoulder problems. And I think I did like 3 sets of 10 here. Fridays and the weekends are kind of fillers, so I did mention instead of doing the barbell upright row, I'd rather do lateral raises, so I was kind of missing that, and so that's why I did that here. When I dip, you dip, we dip. I love doing dips, and I start off with 10 on unweighted, then I added on a 45, and then I ended up doing 2 plates. Trying to get 7 reps today, so I did 3 sets of 7, which I'm pretty happy about. It was really hard to get an angle here because my bag was like right next to the machine and I had to like perfectly tilt the camera. But anyways, I feel like this one's a little bit better. Instead of just seeing the weight, you kind of see the upper body movement here. We care about more about the range of motion, not really the weight. Yeah, nobody knows a true form, but I like to go deep and then lean a little bit forward. I was feeling good, so I did like 1 pity rep at the end. Skipped abs all week, so just doing my favorite thing. I don't actually know if this works anything, but it's like a negative dragon flag. I want to be able to do like 1 full one. Looking back at this, I've never like recorded it and seen it, but my back, dude, this just looks wrong. Like I don't even know what's going on. My back's rounded, I guess, but my legs are straight. But then like when I'm doing it, it feels like it's straight, but I'm supposed to like rest on my shoulders. I've watched videos. Do I have like a back issue, or I've got a couple more clips coming up. Like here, I tried just resting on my delts and having like my upper back more straight, but then it felt bad and then my legs started bending. Dude, maybe my core is just too weak. This looks even worse. It looks like I'm about to break my back, and I don't even, like, what's going on, bro? I guess this one looks the best. It's also the grip that most of the guys use in the videos. It burns the most, and it's also the hardest. I just found that like it really tires out my arms before my core. So I try to switch to that grip, but maybe this is the tech. Okay, I might have solved it. I think I actually need to be lower. I go too high with my legs, so that's causing that weird position. Anyways, 3 sets of 8 with a 10-second negative. It burns, so I'm doing something, right?
Well, you forget you had asparagus.
Guys, I think the hairline's coming back. Look. Yeah, never mind. I think the deficit's finally caught up with me. Also, my pee still smells like asparagus, so today's just not a good day. That's really low. I think it's because I'm dehydrated.
Alright, it's been about a week, so just doing a quick check-in. Apparently I'm 144.6, which is like 3 pounds lower. I think it's because I'm dehydrated, but I'm also like a pretty big deficit right now because I'm gonna eat a lot today. But yeah, I think it's actually a little bit better, like non-flexed. You can actually see a little bit more here. And then when I do flex, I think it's a lot different as well.
Like I can actually see them now, which I'm kind of happy about. But you know, keep in mind I'm like super dehydrated, so that could be making like I think it makes your skin like pull tighter or something. This is not real, and then I'm also about to eat like 4,000 calories of Korean barbecue. So yeah, this is you know, before Korean barbecue, I guess. For Korean barbecue days, I usually starve myself like the whole day and then the day before. So I'm like pretty dead. Gonna try to get a workout in before, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. And then today's the World Cup game as well. So the idea is just to watch the game while eating Korean barbecue. It should be like pretty good.
I did 5 pull-ups and 1 set of bench. Started the feast off with Korean fish cakes, house-made kimchi, Korean potato salad. Always gotta get a side of fries even though it's just not worth it. A bowl of carbonara bulldog. And for the meats, I got some short rib steak with a ribeye, some marinated rib fingers. It ain't Korean barbecue without some galbi. And finally finishing off with some short rib steak and garlic marinated short rib. You should get like another order of short rib steak and probably like a ribeye, but dude, I was also watching the World Cup, so just eating a little bit slower and also a little bit mindful about the cut, even though we're like way over. Oh, and I split the meat with my buddy, so that's why the calories are almost half. I mean, the sides I ate by myself, but yeah. Was having a pretty good time at KBBQ watching the World Cup. Really good game. And then, you know, of course, not everything can go as happy as you want it. So much like the head of the driver who did this, my car is dented in right here. So unlucky. Dude, I feel like, listen, I parked next to a BMW. I trusted it, you know, a little bit more of an expensive car, but I guess these guys just don't care. And, dude, there should be like, you can't even do anything about this. Like what do you do? It's not like a hit and run. It's like a tiny bump that's like barely noticeable, but still, man, like they gotta invent like cameras or something that like go like to the side of your car forever and just how do people get away with this, bro? And normally I wouldn't really care, you know? It's just a minor thing, cars getting kind of old. But like this happened to me the other day, okay? Guy got away with it. I don't know what car I parked next to, but yeah, got away with that, okay? And then all right. I mean, it looks like dirt, but this is a scratch, okay? This is a scratch. The paint chipped off, okay? Like, dude, how do these people get away with this? I don't understand, man. You would think that these BMW drivers worked really hard their whole life to afford such an expensive car, and then, you know, maybe they'd respect other people's cars as well. No, I guess not, bro. Let's just send our door into someone else's door. Like, bro, come on, man. Yeah, just a little bit of an unlucky one. I mean, it is what it is, right? At the end of the day, it's the end of the day. So, could happen to anyone. But, yeah, just had a good time at KBBQ and probably had like 2,600-ish calories, maybe 3,000. But I do have to mow the lawn today because I've been holding off on that. So, yeah, I want to pass out, but I can't. Before I forget, after Korean barbecue, yep, it'll digest, right? And then it'll all go away tomorrow, right? Right? Just finished mowing the lawn. I'll put the calories somewhere up here. Feeling really bloated and tired, so probably just gonna pass out. Woke up extremely dehydrated and I had the giga meat sweats, so you already know where I'm at. Well, that's it for this week. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next week. Take it easy.